So what are the three most important questions you should be asking? Especially this time of year when all of us are spending so much time on goal setting and what are we doing for the new year? Hi there, I'm Wendy Guth, founder of Rebel on the Go Travel. And yeah, I want to talk about what are the three most important questions. And this is actually a really interesting exercise. And to let you know that I'm coming from one of the coolest spots on Guantanamo Bay. It's called the Officers Landing. It's actually, we're here, it's secret. Not really supposed to be here, but this is where I guess the flag officers pull up their special boats, but at night it's this beautiful red and right on the water, and it's just incredibly beautiful and incredibly peaceful. So I apologize for the lack of light. Anyway, the three most important questions that I have found, and actually what's interesting is as I go through and try to pack up my home as we prepare for a move, I came across these questions, and it's actually an exercise that I had found through Mind Valley probably about almost 5 years ago. And it's really interesting that I look at my answers today and realize that this is an exercise that I think everyone should do, and that also I should incorporate into my annual rituals that I do at the end of the year. So I am actually going to glance at my sheet to make sure that I get this information correct. But so the three questions that we should be asking, it focuses on helping us to determine what our end goals are. And they actually refer to it as the blueprint, blueprint into your soul. Wow, that's really pretty intense. But anyway, your end goals are the ones that they're not the means to the end. It's not like earning a degree in order to get a good job. It's the ones that are really deep down, that make you a better person, that make you happy, that make you joyful, the things that you really want to dig into. Anyway, so and what I'm going to do is I will include a link with this video where you can find the PDF to download to do this exercise. And what it is you're sitting down for about like 90 seconds of just kind of brain dumping, and you're asking yourself, let's see, make sure I get this right. One thing, what do you want to experience in your life? And I'm looking back at my answers, what I wrote down, as I said, like 5 years ago, and I look at, I say, find my Jamie Fraser from Outlander. Clearly, I was a big fan, and I have to say, I have. Also, let's see, it's to drive a Jeep. I actually put that down. Guess what? I now do. To take road trips with my BFF. We've done that and planning to do that again. Let's see, I put down, and this is one thing I wasn't able to do, to visit Normandy, the beaches of Normandy with my dad. But what I will do is I will go knowing that his spirit will be with me. Anyway, so those are the kinds of experiences. It could be, I also put down own my own island, let's see, live on a boat, travel everywhere. And this is really, before I branched off into Rebel on the Go. Okay, so the next question, how do you want to grow and develop yourself? And this could be, I actually put down learn to kayak. At the time, I thought that was really a far-fetched, but I think what it did was it planted seeds in my subconscious that this 90 seconds of writing really just got to the core of what I was looking for. It also is things like, let's see, find someone who gets me. I did that. Meditate. Actually, I put out there at the time that I wanted to make sure I was able to do fun runs and Pilates. So all these sort of kind of growth that could also be educational. I put down I wanted to earn a certificate. All these, all these types of things that how do you want to grow? How do you want to build, character building and spiritual, all those sorts of things. Okay, so the last question, how do you want to contribute to the world? And actually, this is actually one of my favorites. And I had put down to make sure that I could educate college for Becca and Jake, for my kids. I've wanted to do more with one of the Wounded Warrior projects. I've always been very supportive of our troops, even before living in Guantanamo Bay, but have wanted to do more with wounded warriors and veterans. And that's, something that I happily will continue when I get back. Or let's see, other things. I wanted to bike more and drive less. We'll work on that too. I had said at one point, I thought I wanted to run for the Board of Education. Oh, wow. Okay. So these are different types of, how do I want to contribute? And it comes down to one of those things. How do you want to be remembered? So anyway, so you answer these questions and they're saying, it's a blueprint into your soul. And I think that that's really pretty darn accurate. So I strongly suggest as you go through to do an exercise like this. And again, I'll leave the link. And so you're wondering, like, what the heck? One of the things, what does this have to do? Well, this is actually very much transformational. And this is, as a transformational coach, these are types of exercises and things that I think are really important in our life, regardless of whether we travel. But I do think it's also important you can get down the things that you want to do that are travel related, the experiences. And it also helps you create the link. So when I say I want to learn to kayak, well, I could have done that in Costa Rica or somewhere else. So I think that it's also a really good time right now to just as you're beginning a new year and to focus on what is it that you can do, because there actually doesn't even have to be a because, that you're focusing on what you want and what you can have in 2020. So, and I think this is a really good exercise. So and let's see, the other thing, super excited. While we're on the I can, today I spent a good bit of time focusing on new adventures. And I was part of a special call with Virgin Voyages as one of their top travel advisors. It's very exciting. They were debuting their three new itineraries for their new cruise ship in the Mediterranean. So I'm super excited. And it's one of those things that I think, for many of us, if you've thought about cruising and just it hasn't, or it's sort of made your list and you're not sure, this is a perfect opportunity to experience cruising in a completely different way, completely different. It's very unlike anything. And one of the things that I found so interesting is that when Richard Branson, who this is part of, the Virgin Empire, when he actually went to create this cruise line, just like with every other product he has ever sold, he wanted to just revolutionize the industry. He wanted to do something that's so different and so, I'm not going to say crazy, because it's actually really smart. And so that is what he's done. And I absolutely love it because it is so synonymous with the Rebel on the Go brand in terms of stepping out of your comfort zone and just doing what it is that you want when you want to do it. So it's not getting in a line to wait for buffet. It's not being told that you have to be in a dining room at 6 o'clock or else. It's doing what you want. And it's also, hey, you want to get dressed up to the nines? That's fabulous. You want to wear something that just, makes you comfortable and makes you happy? Go right ahead. And these are the things that, again, as I like to see with Rebel on the Go, it's all about customizing to your wants and needs and desires. And yeah, I definitely feel that all of Richard Branson's products are very much like that. So anyway, I'll drop a link as well to the 3 fabulous itineraries for the Mediterranean. The cruises go on sale tomorrow, yay, which is super, super exciting. And I am looking very much forward to not only sailing on those particular itineraries, but also to share them with all of you. So I will see you again real soon.